As promised, welcome back, Halos and Heroes here. This is the part 2 to C-Mob, and it's called I'd Rather Not. The reason I like this is because, as we saw in Hollow Man, he was very emotionally despondent and detached from the people around him because he didn't trust them and didn't have any reason to. Now, when we see that he's out of the game and he's getting his life back on track, we see the judgment and the attitude that comes with it. So let's get into this.
Hustle if I have to, if I don't then I'ma stop. If I don't then I'ma stop. Hustle if I have to, if I don't then I'ma stop. See, I'd rather not be out on the block. I'd rather find a legal way for me to make my guap. See, I'm too damn old to be running from the cops. I hustle if I have to, if I don't then I'ma stop.
See, again, like we talked about in the last video, it's very, very easy to think the game is going to make you all this money and you're going to have fancy cars and everything. But honestly, there's most of what you're earning and gaining is coming from shiesty means that end in shiesty ends. And so, like he said again, I'm too old to be running from the cops. I'm too old to deal with the BS that comes with being on the wrong side of things.
I'd rather not be out on the block. I'd rather find a legal way for me to make my guap. I'm too damn old to be running from the cops. I hustle if I have to, if I don't then I'ma stop.
Yeah, some really bad cards is what they hand me. So I do what I gotta to feed my family. But y'all got trying to be a thug confused with manly. So can we be just a little bit smarter, understand me? I don't want my kids growing up with daddy behind prison bars.
You know, that's a very true point. When you've worked so hard to get where you are, you want your kids to be able to see you and not have to, answer collect calls and, not be able to physically have you there. Or, in my case, my daughter calling for 3 months in morgues and hospitals, wondering where I am, if I'm alive, and not being able to get a hold of me, worrying about me. I mean, that's not something you want to put your kids through, trust me.
Prison bars, and having our visits overlooked by prison guards. Every day there's too many men and women charged, giving hard time for the crimes from trying to be out here living large. Y'all know they got the system fucked. They try to hold you down, not lift you up, and they make it really hard just to grip a buck so they can pick you up for serving shit to clucks, and I don't wanna get caught up. So I had to change up my decisions. Y'all know that they're trying to make money by filling up all these private prisons. You gotta handle your shit better, doesn't mean that you can't get cheddar. Get your mind right over the limelight, grind tight, then you could be a real grip getter. Instead of one more D-boy tricking off money on plenty hoes. And his number one focus in life is riding around on 24.
See, it's all about flash and pomp and everything else, and that's the low-level end of it. There really is the low-level end of it. Sorry about that. I was dying there for a minute. Anyway, so the low-level end of it is all about the flash. The people that don't really know the game don't understand that you cannot go around flashing all this cash. If you really want to stack it, don't flash it. Don't put, in the words of Bo Burnham, don't put 24-inch rims on a gold jet ski. But more to the point, the guys that are really deep in the game, that are really high up in the game, know this. They meet in places where they're likely not going to be suspected to be. They usually don't drive around in anything more than like a beat up old car because it's not as conspicuous. And they usually don't talk about what they do with anyone, except the few people that they meet with to conduct business. Those are the people that are dedicated to doing what they're doing. They don't look drugged out. They don't act drugged out. They don't flash like they're drugged out. They simply conduct business and move on. But again, on the flip side of that, those are also the people most often sought. So when those people end up getting caught at the end of the day, they're facing a hard time. They're going away for a while. These are people moving pounds, keys, these are people that are moving weight. And when you find yourself embroiled with these people, even if you're a nobody in the game, if you're associated with these people whatsoever, the chances of you going down with them are very high. And they may flip and put it on you to get out of it. And they may leave you holding the bag. And if that's you, then you've been there and you know what I'm talking about.
I'd rather not be out on the block. I'd rather find a legal way for me to make my guap. See, I'm too damn old to be running from the cops. I hustle if I have to, if I don't then I'ma stop.
I'd rather not be out on the block. I'd rather find a legal way for me to make my guap. I'm too damn old to be running from the cops. I hustle if I have to, if I don't then I'ma stop.
Do you really wanna sell dope?
Being a block boy, being on the corner, makes you an obvious target. But what you have to realize is they're not targeting the block boy to arrest him by himself. They're targeting him so that they can follow him back to whoever he's buying it from, or whoever's providing it to him to sell, so that they can track that person back to the person that they're getting it from, because the bigger the fish, the better the fry.
Dope in your 30s, you're gonna fail, bro, it ain't sturdy. Plus you got the mindset of a teenager trying to tell folks that you're dirty. Quit bragging over dumb shit, trying to look hard, then wonder why you got caught up. People that kick the door, that make you hit the flow, empty the clip, then go for your product. See if something comes up and you need to...
See, you're not safe in this life either. I mean, even your blood brother, best friend, hardcore, hard charge, and never gonna turn on you, will turn on you in a heartbeat if needed. Guaranteed. You're not hard. You're not. If you have to tell people you're hard, if you have to tell people you're tough, you're not. You're not. The reason you're telling them that is because they can't tell. They don't think it. Trust me. Just take my word for it.
To make money, just flip a little bit till you get right. You don't wanna let your greed get the best thing and stay low key, man, you gotta keep your shit tight. Here's an insight. Some people say you're doing too good, they wanna take you out the detour to the fakest route. And if they can, they'll snitch. That shit you gotta think about. Think about your business. Is this, or were you thinking you are gonna get rich? Can everything you work for come to a halt with the testimony of a single witness? Your next lick, invest it. Fuck fresh kicks in your next whip. Make a conscious maneuver to an entrepreneur. Respect it when you exit. See, I'm not trying to knock the hustle, we've all done dirt, and I know that it's hard to make it. You gotta be smart to make it.
You do. You have to be smart to make it. A lot of the people that I know that have even somewhat made it have done so because they've kept themselves off the grid, off the radar, and out of sight. A lot of times they won't stay in one spot for long. But again, what kind of existence is that? If you can't be in a single place for more than a day or two before you got to move, that's not living. There's no roots, there's no establishment, there's nothing there to protect you, or even if you got a significant other, if you're dragging them from spot to spot to lay low, or you have to move to a different state to keep the heat off you, that's not living. Trust me, it's not living. And you end up on the street more often than not because eventually you just get tired. Your people will get tired of keeping you, regardless of what you're providing, and it's not a good existence. And the people in the car, I know that looks ridiculous if you've not been there, or like it looks like made for television type drama shit. But honestly, there are detectives that are that gung ho. There's agents that go out and they'll look for you. They'll keep a file on you, especially if you've already been ratted on once or penned up once. There are people that will keep a watch on you depending on your profile level.
You can't do shit if you end up incarcerated. Gotta think about the long game, not the short game. Focus on the right path and plot. If the risk outweighs the reward, then fuck it, I'd rather not.
If the risk outweighs the reward, then fuck it, I'd rather not. Amen. That says everything. If what you're doing is not amounting to what you want out of life, then it's not worth doing. I would rather make a quarter of what I was making legitimately than make all of it and have to risk it. No. I got a legitimate job now. I go to school full time. I have a legitimate job. I have earned the respect and trust of others in my life that I haven't had in over 10 years. People are actually legitimately respecting me for what I'm doing, instead of pretending to care about me so that they can take everything I've got. Because it's happened. My computer, my camera, everything that I had that I held dear at one point got stolen or not. Or, it got stolen from me because I trusted people that I shouldn't have. And I cared about people that I shouldn't have. And at the end of the fucking day, it's just not worth it. It's not. If you're questioning your life right now and you need insight about, do I keep going or not? No, it's not worth it. It's not. And I know it's not easy to quit. I know it's not easy to walk away. But trust me when I say walking away now will end so much better than waiting for an opportunity that may not come.
I'd rather not be out on the block. I'd rather find a legal way for me to make my guap. See, I'm too damn old to be running from the cops. I hustle if I have to, if I don't then I'ma stop.
I'd rather not be out on the block. I'd rather find a legal way for me to make my guap. I'm too damn old to be running from the cops. I hustle if I have to, if I don't then I'ma stop.
That smile says it all. It's like, the thing is, when people see you as this grimy criminal, they automatically assume that every time they see you, you're up to no good. But you know what? If the people back in Arizona could see me now legitimately working and going to school full time and living to my full potential, they'd be disappointed in me because I'm doing better than they are. Sorry, guys. Don't know what to tell you. I know where my next meal's coming from. Finally. I don't have to worry about it anymore. Can you say the same?
If I don't then I'ma stop. Hustle if I have to, if I don't then I'ma stop.
Hey, I sanitized some bottles in boiling water, and I made some formula for the babies. Here you go.
Let me tell you, you don't have to have a family or, be 20 deep and legitimate. You can be independent by yourself, completely satisfied. Because at least in the time that it takes to become independent and really grow to love and respect yourself, you've grown to love and respect yourself. You've grown. You've made a difference and a change in your life. It is possible. Don't ever let anyone tell you it's not, because if they do, they don't have your best interest at heart and you don't need them in your life. Fuck them. As always, I love you guys. I care. And you are not alone. I got your back.